Let's try a little something different here, guys. So chill. We just wait for some more people to turn up. Hey, there he is. We'll turn that off now. All right. Hello, Josh. You hear me all right, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you, mate.
Cool.
Nice.
Are we doing intro music or?
Yeah, mate. Well, normally I wait until someone turns up, but someone's just turned up. So let's just kick into it and just see who turns up.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here, and we're back. We got back again with episode 20 of VeVe Weekends. Wow, episode 20. It seems like it's forever since we started this, but I'm gonna give myself a little here we go. Oh, let me try that again. That's better. Yeah, episode 20. But also, this is a special episode because I'm joined by a brand new co-host. It is the one, the only, Mr. Collectors Gone Digital, also formerly known as Josh. How are you, mate? So thanks for co-hosting with us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I saw the opportunity. I wanted to jump on it, but don't hype me up too much, will you?
Well, at the very least, I'm going to give you a little bit of one taste. There we go. No, it's just nice to have a co-host.
Yeah. Have you ever had a co-host on the weekends? Because I know Dino's always been doing it with his business.
No, I mean, like normally Dino was helping me co-host the Wednesday shows, but on the weekends it's either been myself or just whoever decided to drop in at the time. We've had DeeOneAndOnly in the past. I've had Casual, a few other odds and sods. Yeah, I had yourself once or twice, a couple of times. It's just whoever sort of was there in the space and decided to help.
Very nice. Well, what's happened in your life this past week? Because we were talking last weekend, I think, right? Yeah.
Yes, we were talking last weekend. But I see before we get started, I see Notorious in the listening there in the background. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Thank you for listening. I see NFT Illuvium MF as a new listener, but thanks for tuning in, mate. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you're new to the space, this is basically just a VeVe Weekends where we basically talk about all things geeky stuff. So we talk collecting, comics, film, fandom. We talk VeVe. We talk Cryptoys. We talk VeVeverse. We might even touch a little bit on Nifty Island because that seems to be a fun thing to talk about. But as for the weekend, the weekend so far has been pretty good. What's been happening? We had Valentine's Day on Wednesday. So did you do anything for Valentine's Day, Josh? You got a special someone?
No, I'm single, ready to mingle, but nothing special for me then. But you had mentioned that you went out with the missus, did a little date night.
I did, yeah. We had a little date night. We went and saw an outdoor cinema. So it was basically like the old drive-in styles. So we sat in a car and we watched Dirty Dancing, and we had basically a nice burger meal to go with it and a nice little dessert. And yeah, it was just a nice experience. So really, really cool.
Did you have the old drop top convertible to do it with as well?
No, unfortunately, I've just got an older Vauxhall Corsa, which is what I drive here in England. But we got Hinano on the stage as well. How are you, bro? Thanks for dropping in.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's happening?
Happy Sunday. I'm hanging here with the fam. We're having some breakfast. I'm playing some Star Trek Online.
Nice.
Ever since we got this PS5, we've literally just been hermiting on the weekends, just playing some games. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, just kicking it off. So just talking about how our Valentine's days have been going. I believe you and Dee had a nice Valentine's Day.
We did. We ended up not going out because usually whenever you try to go anywhere on this island, everything's booked, and they were. So we ended up just having dinner at home. The day before, we actually tried to fly So my Valentine's gift to them was I was going to take them to a different island, but you guys saw our live stream. We kind of got stuck at the airport because the runway closed. I won't get into that, but we were going to Oahu to meet Guri, but unfortunately we were not able to meet up with him because of that issue. So that was how our Valentine's Day went. How was yours? How you doing, Josh?
What's going on, man? I was just saying to Alex, not too eventful on my end, so I'll let Osmond speak here.
Yeah, though, so other than that, it's like I said, my Valentine's Day was quite nice. I had the old drive-in cinema experience, and just we watched Dirty Dancing, which is a nice classic, the classic Swayze.
Gosh, I have not been to a drive-in. We actually had one in the state of Hawaii, and I remember the movie I saw it as a kid was Terminator 2 at the drive-in. That was the last one I saw. Nice. Man, that brings back memories. How was that?
It was good. It was a really good experience. Basically, it was the screen itself was like a big, like, sort of blow-up screen, and the audio, they actually basically did it through an app on your phone, and then you Bluetooth that through your car speakers. It was actually quite clever.
That's actually pretty good, because I remember back in the old days we had that little microphone on the side that you had to like bring in and kind of like hang it on the side of your window.
Oh, good.
And that's all you could hear. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I vaguely remember the old driving experiences, because like back when I was younger, I remember the last movie that I saw that I can remember. It was either The Little Mermaid or it was Addams Family. Was the last thing I saw. So yeah, that's going back a while. Like that was like back like when I was like a real tiny tacker.
Hinano, did you say there's only one drive-in on the entire island?
One drive-in in the entire state, and no longer anymore. They don't have those anymore. But yeah, back in the day, we only had one. Yeah, you had to fly to another island to actually experience that.
Oh wow!
In fact, back in the day, we only had like 2 movie theaters on this island. Luckily, now we have 5.
Leveling up.
Nice. But just on the subject of movies and cinemas and stuff, I did actually have a nice daddy-daughter cinema day with my daughter. We went and saw Peppa Pig, but it was good fun. Like we watched Peppa Pig. She sat there like with a little popcorn. She actually sat through the whole thing, which I was quite surprised, because the thing went like for over an hour. And it was a really pleasant experience. We went and got some McDonald's afterwards. So I went to an arcade. So played a few little games in there, and then went home.
That's cool, man. That's kind of what we did on was it Tuesday when we couldn't go to Oahu. I felt so bummed because we pulled our daughter out of school to have a day with us, just go off island. So we kind of took her to the arcade. I think I messaged you that day when we did that.
It did.
Took her to the arcade, went to the comic book shop, spent some money, and if anything, I saved money, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, but yeah, but I also see we got a few more listeners in the background there. I see Evolved. I see D listening as well. DoktaStrange. Thanks for dropping in, mate. So yeah, go on, mate.
Oh, I was going to say this might be a rookie question, but how do you retweet the space? I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to do it. You just go to the comment section. Okay, dumb question. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, or either that, or we can ask the listeners out there to retweet the space for us. So get the word out there, guys. So get everyone in here. Tell them we've got a brand new co-host. The Collector's gone digital, making his debut. Also, that piece of digital art you put up as well about the VeVeverse, that was really cool as well.
Yeah, I commented on your post. I was like, I didn't mean for that. Well, when I created it, it wasn't meant to be like a WebV promo. So I was like, that's why my logo's on it. So I would have put the WebV logo on it, but yeah, no, I'm glad you liked it. Has anybody, by the way, because you had mentioned Nifty Island.
Oh yeah.
Has anybody in here messed around with that platform yet, or no?
Me personally, no. I know Evolve's into it. I'm pretty sure, but
I haven't. Literally, we've been stuck playing Star Trek Online for an entire week. I've built factions. I've built starships. I'm stuck on this game, but I've heard about Nifty, and I'm planning on trying it. But you've tried it, Josh. How is it?
I'm addicted to building right now. I can't get off. I just keep building stuff, and like I'll tell you something. They have some really cool features in this game, and I'm thinking about making a video on it to talk about it because I think they need to be in the VeVeverse. But I'm just using it as the platform to build right now because I'm not in the beta or anything like that. But it's a really cool platform, and I gotta say it's super fun and it's very, very easy to use. Like the first map I built was in like 30 minutes, and there wasn't really much of a learning curve at all. So I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's loads of fun. It's definitely something we can do, with the VeVe group in the future.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. Like right before I even got on here, I was messing around building a map that we can mess around in. So that could be loads of fun. But you had mentioned the Star Trek game. What is this? I haven't heard about that.
So Star Trek Online's been around for I think a decade now. It's pretty much a multi-online RPG, and it's free to play. You don't have to like buy into it. Nothing. You just have an ARC account. You can have 4 players. Right now I'm playing with my daughter while I'm talking to you guys. You can build factions. You can be different aliens. You can have different timelines of the Federation. You can build starships. It's very extensive, and there are multiple different storylines. And when I mean multiple, I'm like, I haven't really figured out how much storylines are in this, but it's a lot of fun. If you're a Star Trek person like me.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. It sounds like you got to devote a lot of time though. For me, I'm somebody where if I'm focused on one thing, I can't play like 6 or 7 games at the same time. It's got to be one and one only.
Oh, I completely get it. But for me, I'm like big nerd. So there's like missions, and some of these missions they rip from the show. So it's kind of like, oh, I remember this. I remember watching this, and the show was like one of my favorite episodes, and they made it into an actual mission. So yeah, it gets very extensive if you're like a big fan of the lore.
No, cool. No, very, very, very cool. What else has been? So what's been happening, guys? So I see got a few more listeners in the background there. Oh, I see Clarissa, and say thanks for listening in. I just want to say a big quick shout out to you. All the posts you've been posting on X with all like your collectibles and all the cosplay and stuff like that. Really, really cool. Keep it up, and love seeing it. But let's start off with a bit of VeVe. Say who went for the Lambo drop today? Did anyone have any success? Anyone score any secret rares?
I did. First,
me.
No, I figured I'd go for it because, to be honest, and just to be transparent with you guys, I haven't gone for a drop in a really long time. I think the last time I went for one was a comic, but the last collectible I went for, I think, was Pink Panther.
Oh yeah.
So everything I've been grabbing has been in the market. So I decided to go for this one. Been waiting for the model for a really long time, and I even put some MCP points forward. I think I bet 5,000. Not I think, I know. I bet 5,000. And yeah, I got one. Landed the rare.
It's like, let's go. Oh, where is it? There it is. Nope, wrong one. Need that one. Yeah, nice one. I personally didn't go for it, but I've been seeing it all over X. Everyone's been having like a lot of success with it. A lot of people scored the secret rare, the rare, and yeah, everyone's having a really, really good result out of it, which is good to see.
Yeah, beautiful car, and Wolf of Wall Street too. For anybody who's a fan of that movie,
yeah,
it's a classic. And then I looked at my mint number 2, and I got 1324. I'm like, damn it.
Nearly. So, what about you, Hinano? You been picking up anything? Did you go for the drop?
I went for the drop and I threw it back. I did not use any MCP, so I went on the wait list and I got selected, threw it back, and then I wanted to practice my rebound skills. Went for it, and I pretty much got the blind box on that, and I threw it back again. And then I bought a rare in the market for 38 gems. I bought a little bit too early, but that's okay. I got 3-digit out of that, so that's what I got, and I'm happy with it.
Cool. I'll tell you what. Let's do a quick little bit of market watch. What is the Lambo going for at the moment? So let's start with the rare. So let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's do a bit of market watch. I need like a little market watch, like soundtrack or something, but I'll work on that. We have the Lamborghini Countach LP 400 Blanco Sidera I probably said that wrong, but who cares? Is currently going for 30 gems and 50 frags on the floor. So not too shabby. So what was the listing price? Was it 70?
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's probably not too bad. Okay. This one's doing a bit better. So we have our rare, which is the Lamborghini Countach LP 400 Rosso Silver something I can't say, but it's the red one. We all know what color red is. It is currently going for 62 gems and 60 frags. So slightly better, still below retail.
That's the shocker for me. I definitely thought that one would have been above retail, but.
And of course, last but not least, our secret rare, which very, very nice black color. The Lamborghini Countach LP 400, the Nero Tembri, is going for 1,299 gems on the floor. So yeah, if you scored yourself a secret rare, you're probably doing all right. No. But I mean, like with what was it, like 100 editions? It's not really surprising.
Yeah, 130, and then they held less than normal. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was around 100 that was, or just under, that's available to the public.
Yeah, because it was originally listed for 130, and they held back 30. So yeah, so it's 100.
I'd be curious to know who for these drops chooses the colors. If it's Lambo or if it's somebody like David. Because I don't know about you guys, but this is the first Lambo drop, in my opinion, where they actually got the colors kind of like spot on. But there's been like all the past Lambo drops, the colors have been really kind of weird variations, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we had like greens and other different blues and reds and et cetera. Has some purples in there too, if I remember right.
Well, all I gotta say is a fast car needs to be red, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Any fast car's got to be candy apple red. So as long as they have a candy apple red in there, I'm telling. Hey,
talking about Lamborghini here, not Ferrari.
I'm not talking about Ferrari. I'm talking about a fast car. I'm generalizing here, guys. Generalizing. Fast cars need to be red. No matter if it's a Honda Civic or a Lambo, it's got to be red. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I respect it.
See, Doctor knows.
And we have DoktaStrange up to the stage. How are you, Doc?
Hey, I'm good, man. Just shouting everybody out real quick. Happy Sunday to everyone.
That's it.
What's up, brother?
Chilling, man. How you doing, man?
Same here, man. Chilling with the family. We're all here. D says hi.
Tell her I said hello, sister.
Yeah.
Yo, I just wanted to say too, Josh, Collectors Going Digital, man. Love the content, man. Love it. It.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been seeing your comments, so I appreciate the support.
Absolutely, man. I've been talking with Chris Severs behind the scenes, and
nice.
He's telling me I could connect with you on some different things. So I've been doing a couple things in the background. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, man, you should connect with them guys. I'm like, yo, I'll be watching their videos. So yeah, man, I'll definitely hit you up in the DMs one day and chop it up with you about some things, man.
Absolutely. My DMs are open, so just shoot me one whenever you got a sec.
All right, will do.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, man.
It seems to be in and out a little bit here.
Yeah.
No, you sound good.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Now, Doctor, thanks for dropping in. It feels like forever since we last spoke to you.
I know, man. You know, just been doing some things over here in the background, man. You know. I appreciate you having me up. Thanks for always coming through, having these spaces, man.
My pleasure. It's always a highlight of my week trying to host as many of these spaces as I possibly can. And now I've actually got a co-host to sort of help me do it. So it's gonna be a lot more fun. A lot more fun.
Absolutely.
And we've got Kid Arcade on the stage as well. Arcade, how are you?
What's up, y'all? How's everybody feeling?
Fantastic. So it's spicy.
Good. Spicy. I'm gonna agree with Hinano that any car that's fast, it has to be red. And I think it was Bones or who else is in here? Somebody was in here saying that all the other color variations were awkward, and I'm gonna have to agree because the blue is not even a blue. The red wasn't red; it was more of a pink. So I think that this is the first. I actually went for 2 of them on the drop just because I was so excited about this one. So yeah, this is a good Lambo drop. And shout outs to everybody.
Man, that's so. What,
man, love your art. Yeah, no, that was me talking about the variations, but yeah, like just with regards, because somebody had mentioned like purple and stuff before. That is like some of the default colors for like I think it was the Diablo and stuff that they dropped, but it's just like they're missing some of the key colors because that exact drop as well. They were missing, I think, like the yellow or whatever, which is like the color for that car. So, yeah, I'm just yeah, I'd love to know if
they had yellow for the Diablo, I believe. I believe they did have yellow, but
or
it definitely felt like something was missing, man.
Yeah, it was.
Might have been
red.
red. Well, I think red was missing.
So I'm just having a look now.
Red for Lambo's a weird one for me. Red for Lambo's a weird one.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm really not happy with the Lamborghinis on the app, with none of the drops, realistically speaking, just because I think that you can't see the bottom of the vehicle, and I think that takes away from the quality and the premium digital collectible part of it, because somebody out here is going to create a bootleg Lamborghini with the whole engine built out, with the bottom, the manifold, the exhaust piping, and I think that almost looks a little toyish, especially when it's a 1-of-1 size scale. It's not a miniature vehicle, so I think that's the only complaint I have with the Lambos.
My only complaint is what Kid Arcade mentioned on his live stream earlier was like there's no sound, you know. That would be dope. Here's some, you know, like if you pop the door and in the interior kind of like if you hit the right, you know, you hit the start button, I should get some startup action. You know what I'm saying?
Get like some engine like that, like something like that, just like hitting, just like a little bit of like, oh, like it gives you like that little giddy, like, listen to that.
Yeah.
At least give me the alarm, so when I walk away, it goes boop boop.
yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Maybe in the future, just like cell phones, we will have updates to our collectibles to where they can fix these issues, add these extra sounds, add the undercarriage, add people in it. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
They've already done that, so they already have the ability to do it. But with regards to the undercarriage, I agree with the older Lambos, like the Diablo and the one that just dropped. For the newer ones, though, that is how they come. Because they, like all the modern ones, if you get one delivered, the bottom is completely, it's all closed up. It's for aerodynamics, right? Okay. So for the Evo that dropped, the base or the bottom of it should have been the way that dropped.
I actually thought I went on one of my previous live streams to go actually check it out, and we did see the bottom of them. There is a lot of stuff missing. But I could be wrong though, because I don't own a Lambo. Otherwise, I'll go outside right now and check. Actually, let me go outside and check. I'll be right back.
No, I agree. I agree. The older Lambos should have the bottom completely open. I'm just saying for the new one, I think the only new one that they've dropped is the Evo, so the first one. But the bottom of that one should have been.
I think another thing that I would like to see is my microphone on.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I would like to see is, like you said, I want to drive around with Ghost Rider. How come Ghost Rider is not drivable, right? If we get a Batmobile, can we have an option to get Batman inside the vehicle and drive it around with him in it? You know, I think stuff like that would be very interesting and very cool if they implement that, right?
That would be cool. Well, I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, like now we've got like, you know, like Scout Troopers interacting with speeder bikes. We've got like, you know, R2-D2 interacting with like, you know, X-Wing. So it could happen.
Maybe. They said maybe. It's not for sure.
No, okay. Well,
yeah. Actually, speaking of that, did you guys see the little description for the speed bike and the Stormtrooper or Scout Trooper?
Well, being interactable in the VeVeverse.
How it may change in the future.
Or how it may change.
The intention, or not the intention, but like the use case for the piece.
Yeah.
It says that for the X-Wing in regard to R2 or one of the droids being used, I think.
Yeah, well, it says here, like, because I'm looking at the article right now. It says this for the Scout Trooper. It says the Scout Trooper digital collectible may include possible future interactability with the Star Wars Vehicle Season 3 speeder bike in VeVeverse environments.
They shouldn't be playing with us like that. They're playing with us,
especially that key word, possible future interactivity.
I don't like that verbiage either. I feel like it's a carrot stick thing. It's, you know, we're being baited, in my opinion. I don't like that.
Yeah, they're really good at
be a professional.
Yeah. Well, just on the on the subject of things to come or things that might be, we got the meme article for Blade. Who's excited about Blade? Who's going to go for any of the Blade drops?
Yes, on the comic. Come on, guys, it's Blade.
Yeah, but what about the 20 gem price point?
That's okay.
People just spent $70 on a Lambo today. I think it's okay.
I think it's okay.
I think that Candy sells their comic books at $10. So if anything, ours are cooler. So I feel like we're underpricing ours. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna go for one though. I'm gonna go for one.
Yeah, because it's 20 gems at 5,000 total editions, and our rare and secret rare exclusive covers done by Will Sliney and Rachel Rosenberg. And yeah, they do look quite nice. We've got the old school Blade there with the green looking trench coat and very red looking stakes, and really really cool looking yellow visor. Nowhere near as cool as Wesley Snipes, but still looks cool nevertheless. Nah, very cool. I might try and keep an eye out. Might try and keep an eye on the market, but I'm probably not going to go for one.
Same here, Oz. I'm actually about to start recording my stacking and slacking video for that, but
cool.
I'm gonna be skipping this drop, man. I'm gonna be part of the boycotting crew because unlike arcade, I don't agree with these prices, man. It's not lining up properly, you know.
Oh, bro, come on, he's black.
For the type of book that is, and you know, I just can't the prices are all over the place. You know, other books that we've gotten for 20 gems, it kind of made more sense. Not even all of them, but this one I can't really see it, man. I can't see it. I mean, I like the 5K min size, but I don't know about that price point.
Though? It's Black History Month, bro. Like,
true.
We have to, and it's not 10,000. I think that if it would have been 10,000, and Blade is dope. I think that Blade is gonna do a comeback, and hey, it's a gamble for the secret rare also, right? I mean.
Yeah, I'm just not trying to spend 20 gems and get a common, bro. I get too many commons to play around for 20 gems. I can't do it.
That's true.
Black History Month, Doc. Come on.
What about it? What about it? It's Black History Month every month for me, bro.
But Arcade does have a point though. Like, you know, Blade might have a comeback because they do. I'm not sure where it's at, but they do have, like, you know, the new film in the works. Like, you know, with what's his name?
Shara Ali.
That's the one. Yeah, I can never say his name. Which I reckon he'd be a really good a good fit for Blade.
Yeah, he should be. I hope they let Wesley Snipes make a cameo appearance and make it like this is his son or his uncle, cousin or something. I don't know, but
I don't know. Oh, but how cool would it be if Wesley Snipes made an appearance as Blade in like the new Deadpool movie or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is all leading up to them doing Midnight Suns. Probably by the time I'm 60, we'll be getting Midnight Suns in the movie. You know, who's amped up for Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man Noir though? Or y'all not up on it?
No way. I think he's too old for that.
No. Well, he definitely.
Well, he already is playing him in the What If series.
That's right. Yeah. Well, yeah. He's already playing him in the Spider-Verse, like, because he does the voice for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, is there a rumor or something that he might be playing a live action version of him?
Yeah, it broke yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's the first I've heard.
Yeah. You know, I try to bring a little value to the spaces, you know.
Oh, mate, just you being in this space is value enough.
Appreciate you, bro.
But
okay, wait, am I the only one that's going for Blade?
I'm going for Blade. Guys. It's no X-Men 1, that's for sure. But with sentiment now in the market, people are chasing Walt right now. They're chasing VeVe logos. I don't mind spending 20 gems. If I lose 20 gems and, you know, I ended up, the common becomes like 5 gems. I feel better holding the comic than I would have if I went for the Lambo and I would have gotten a rare. Just me personally. But I'm a comic guy, so I'm okay with that. So I'll roll the dice once, and I'm going to go after it in the market as well.
Very cool. So do we know if the comic has a value in real life?
Yeah, it's around 26,000.
Okay. So,
oh wow, that's pretty good.
So yeah, that's pretty good.
I think I'm definitely gonna go and stack it in the aftermarket. This is one of those comics that, I mean, 5,000. Even if, or for example, let's say I get it tomorrow and it's a common, I'm not gonna be upset because you realistically only lose if you sell it. Like if I hold it, I think in due time it should do good, and I think that gambling for a low mint or a secret rare might be worth it. But then again, I could be a dummy. You know, I could be a dummy. So don't listen to me.
It's not that. Like you're right, but then at the same time, right? You only lose if you sell it, right? But at the same time, what happens when you get a common and then in the market they're going for 10? You're sitting there saying, damn, I could have waited 5 minutes and got 2 of these joints. So that's where it's kind of like the trade-off. And I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't the common king, I'll be a little more optimistic and willing to risk my 20. But I want 2 of them for that pump rather than just holding on to the one I got on the drop.
Doctor, the only thing common about you is winning giveaways, my friend. That's what's common about you.
I stay winning these giveaways. I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
Yeah, mate. You definitely got that juju.
What up, Arcade?
Doc, I got a solution for you, man. If you want to get rid of your common streak, I got a solution for you. You got to go for more than 1, bro. You got to go for at least 4.
Exactly. And this ain't the drop for that.
Go for 4 or 5 blades, and I guarantee you. No, sorry, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Yeah, it's hard. I've seen people go for 6 and get a mixture of commons and uncommons. So it's like, I don't know. Like, this is just not the drop for me to go for multiple personally. I've seen it.
It's happened to me where I went for 7 drops and they were all commons. So I feel you, man. I totally feel you.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, like how many times can you go through that experience and still feel okay? And again, it's not only just that, but then it's when you go in the market, you're like, how many could I have stacked for the same amount of money? You know, that's the killer.
True.
Well, what about the upcoming comic that we've got coming up? Spider-Verse #1, the first appearance of Spider-Zero. So, because that's dropping on Thursday, the 22nd of February. And that's another 5K comic, and that's $6.99. How do we all feel about that one?
I'm tired of Spider-Man variations.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if there's one thing I've learned through VeVe, it's how many variants of Spider-Man there are. Like, geez.
I mean, it's like tons of them.
There's only 2 good ones: Miles Morales and Spider-Boy. Everything else is like, why? Like Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that, Spider-Man child. We're gonna have a Spider baby, guaranteed.
That's nice. Done by Scotty Young, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really don't understand the fandom behind Spider-Boy either.
Oh, stop it. How dare you? Don't. He's a ginger.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
He's a ginger. You need a black Miles Morales. You need a Mexican Miles Morales. You need a ginger Spider-Man. You need every race, bro.
Yeah, we got Spider-Man India. I own that thanks to Hinano, you know. That's interesting. Yeah, I think I was, thinking the other day it would be kind of crazy if we get a Spider-Boy collectible, right?
Oh,
yes.
Bro, we get a Spider-Man animated series or a real-life movie, which I know is going to happen. Good luck.
I know. Damn.
Because, originally within my comic circle, in the real world, nobody collects digital collectibles except me out of like 20 of us. And everybody thought Spider-Boy was trash, but when the comic came out and a few weeks went by, everybody loved Spider-Boy. So he didn't come off too cheesy. He actually works.
Yeah, right. So why is it that your friends want to get into digital collectibles? What is it just because they don't see the value in it? The point is something holding them back. What's their excuse?
You know what? They've the main leader of our group. His name's Steven Riddle. He's been collecting for like 35 years. So you bring up digital, he's not about it. He thinks it's trash. That's just how he is. And everybody, I wouldn't even bring it up. I brought it up one time about 1.5 years ago,
right?
And I realized that I should not bring it up around them. So I don't talk about it. But they love Spider-Boy though. They really do.
Okay, so it's kind of like a dirty word.
People get stuck in their ways.
Kind of reminds me of the comic book shop owner that Hinano talks about when he goes to his local comic book shop.
Yeah. So what we got, like one guy here who is stuck in his own ways, and I understand why he's stuck in his own ways. And then we got the other guy on the other island he's more of an opportunist. He's open to digital. He's online. The other guy on the other side of the island doesn't believe in selling comic books online, which blows my mind. But hey, some people are people.
That's it. No, fair enough. So yeah, so what else we got coming? So yeah, so we've got the Blade comic coming. We've got the Spider Zero comic coming as well. And then yeah, we've got the Blade collectible dropping on the 24th of February. That's on the Saturday, and that's a secret rare with it's a price point 50 gems. And yeah, who's excited for that one? Who's gonna go for that one? It doesn't look like it's animated or anything. Are we going for the collectible?
Yeah, I like the notion of owning one. I like the fact that, you know, if you get it, whether it's off the market or in the store, it's, you know, it's a full set. I like that type of value, but this just really feels like it should have been animated. Like, I like the foot on the coffin and the hand coming out. Like, I wanted to see the hand slip back in and then step on the coffin.
Yeah, that would be
you know,
cool.
reach behind his back and pull out a sword, start, you know, swinging it back and forth, maybe put it back in the sheath, and that's it.
Yeah.
Something simple. It's static. It's like, I don't know.
Or even have him, like, you know, throw that like that curved, like, sort of boomerang looking thing. Have like an animation like that, like even just like throw it in a circle or something and catch it.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Like, which one looks better in quality to you, Blade or Juggernaut?
Ooh, I think I'll have to go Juggernaut. I don't know. What do you reckon?
That's hard.
I think Juggernaut looks way more intricate. Looks like a lot of work went into that. I mean, you can even see his face behind the helmet, like the way his eyes are. And it's just, I don't know. It's a great collectible. I heard a lot of people got jokes on Blade's teeth. What's the deal with that?
Nobody should talk about his teeth. He's a vampire. He should have messed up teeth, right?
Right. That's why I'm confused. Like, even Wesley Snipes was talking a little funny with the joints in his mouth. You know, like, pause.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big pause.
No, interesting. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I definitely have to agree with the Juggernaut being a lot more superior in quality to Blade. Actually, what is Juggernaut going for on the market? Just out of curiosity, let's have a look.
That's going to be a piece I think that's going to look amazing inside the VeVeverse when resolution gets better.
Yeah,
I think it's just a phone that isn't doing it like justice properly. It's the same with like Hulk and a bunch of these other pieces.
So yeah, so right now Juggernaut is currently going for, he's rare, and he's going for 43 gems, 99 frags on the floor. So what was the drop price on Juggernaut? Does anybody remember? Let's see if I can find it. It was 50 gems, so it's not too far below box.
I'll say this, like, maybe if we could hone in on what's the lowest you see the Blade comic going for, then I could make sense. Like, if someone tells me, yo, the floor is going to be 10 to 12 gems, then I might go for it, considering, like, how much of a loss it is. And then the fact that, you know, the floors could rise or should rise one day. It's just, how long do you want to hold on? You know what I mean? Like, to certain stuff right after you got it and it's below what you just paid. But
yeah,
I mean, if people think this thing is going to be like 5 gems, I mean, that's
nah. I don't think. I think you're right. I think about 10 gems. I reckon probably about where it should be, because normally what it usually goes about half about what its box price is.
Right.
Are you guys talking about the Blade?
Yeah.
We're talking about the Blade comic, about how low, if it does drop below retail, how low could it go?
You know what? I think it's going to stay a little bit above 5 just because it's not going to sell out. You know, I don't think it's going to sell out, so there might not be that many in the marketplace.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, it's a big loss. Either way, it's going to go way less than half. I definitely think that, unless only like 20 get sold and there's only like 6 in the market, which I think will give people an incentive to go for the drop if the prices stay above retail, right?
Yeah.
And see, those notable books that don't sell out because of the high price points, those actually intrigue me more because, you know, I could see burning being a thing, or, you know, them just taking them out the store maybe, or something to where they become even more scarce than we initially think about.
True. Just like X-Men, Days of Future Past, I think it's X-Men 121. You know, they just end up burning so many of them that it just became a scarce book. It could even happen to like books like this with 5,000 editions. You know, that'll be crazy. For it to be only 3,000 in circulation would be crazy.
Right. Exactly.
And what's up with the statue? You know, I don't know about him standing over a coffin. It looks dope, but we're in a digital space. We should have some pose options. You know, like come on, they playing.
Yeah, well, that's what. Well, we were just saying, like, wouldn't it be cool, like, you know, if you had like some kind of animation, like, you know, like in the movie, like, you know, how he had like the curved, like, bladed boomerang looking thing. Even if you just sort of like threw it, like, and it just like went around in a circle, and even if you just caught it, even something like that would be cool.
Didn't he ride a motorcycle too? Like, it would have been dope. We got him on the bike, you know? Or he had an old car, I think.
Yeah, he had a car as well.
Car.
Yeah,
something like that would be crazy too.
Yeah, or even just like a little bit of sword action, like just like, you know, like you were saying before, like, you know, whirl his sword around and like do like some awesome, like, you know, Wesley Snipes stuff.
Yeah, you know,
I almost feel like every collectible should be animated. It's 2024, guys. I mean, shit.
Right.
You know, like everything should be animated at this point. Like, what's up?
And for what we're paying, I think that especially if you only do one collectible, it should be animated off the rip. Now, if you're doing, you know, 3 again, that's different. But at this point, if you do 3, I want them totally different. Like, one should be him with the coffin. Maybe one should be with the car pulling up and then he gets out the car and does something. And then the other one is with the swords. And, you know, like, they should be totally different. No more of this different poses and then animated like that.
Well, could it possibly be coming? I mean, like, you know, David said, like, you know, some of these drops get, like, you know, planned, like, you know, 6 to 12 months in advance. So maybe this is like, you know, 6 months prior backwards, and it hasn't really sort of caught up with the times yet. Maybe that's a possibility.
Definitely.
I think that they're dropping so much stuff that if they ever wanted to go back and do anything, it'd be too much work because there's still so much to come. Yeah. So I don't think that going back and giving stuff utility is going to be a thing. You know, I don't think so.
Yeah. Sorry, Josh, you were trying to jump in there.
No. I just completely agree with Arcade. It's like that every single day that goes by, the longer they wait, the more work it's going to be going back to fix all this stuff. So it's interesting, but
I do have hope for the Mighties. You know, even last night I was looking at Cyclops and zoomed into his face. I could see his dental structure, and it's like, why do you build out his tongue when you can't see it? And maybe those I do have hope for. Hopefully they have those rigged because they use the same body type, kind of like Cryptoys. So I do have a little bit of hope with the Mighties, but like, you know, the longer they take, the harder it is.
I think the answer to that is it's just the process of the designer to like look, because a lot of these designers, the way that they'll mold characters is they literally understand the whole, you know, human face structure and things like that, and then they build out component by component. But you brought up the Marvel Mighties. I think that's a fantastic example. Like this whole crafting series with the Venomized Mighties. Like, what the hell's going on with that?
I was literally thinking the exact same thing. That was actually my next question. Is like, what has happened to the Venomized Mighties? It's done a Walt desk. It's just sort of like been shelved.
You know what's funny? I sent because the interview with David, I sent him the questions for the interview, and there's like 20, 25, 26, and right when I get to the end, when I got to save the document, I added the last one, which was that exact thing that you just brought up. I was like, why haven't these crafting events, like, why are these crafting events taking so long? Because all of the components that's required to craft dropped in the initial drop. So if we have everything that we need, why don't you guys just pull the plug on it? Why are we waiting?
I have an answer for that. And I think that, David, you gave it to us at Matt Gondek's interview. They are purposely keeping the prices down. And there's like, look at what happened to Hulk. If they would have crafted the Hulk right when the red one happened, we would have gotten the 4th Hulk, and then a week later gotten it would have been crazy, but they allowed the hype to just die down to its lowest point for them to actually make it happen. The Hulk took way too long. Same thing with the Venomized things. It's like, I think they purposely don't want prices to jump because of licensors seeing the price and then them feeling like they underpriced themselves. And I think that's something that we got to keep in mind.
Yeah, makes sense.
I could be wrong though, so hold up. Actually, I'm getting a call. David's calling me. Let me ask him real quick, and I'll come right back.
I'm still trying to piece together what you said there. Sorry, say that last part you said again.
About what, the Venomized things, or like why it's taking so long?
About the licenses.
Just reiterate what you said.
What I said was they are on purposely keeping the prices low. They don't want the prices to jump up so high because the licensors are actually looking at him and saying, "Hey, we might have underpriced ourselves because people are selling them to each other for 10K. Yeah. Are we like?" And that's what David, you said himself, that the licensors were already asking.
Right. Okay.
When I took that, I did right.
Yeah. So they're basically panicking, thinking that they did it too cheap and they're missing out on their profits.
They can make more money. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's just a theory.
That's it. Pure speculation, ladies and gentlemen. But we love speculation on this show. It basically makes fun conversation. And also, I'll take the quick opportunity just to say thank you, everybody who's just tuning in or listening in. So I see a lot of familiar faces and returning faces. Well, I see Casual. I see Green Goblin, Kryptoni, VFam, Double Quill. Always a pleasure. Make sure if you haven't already, check out Double Quill's latest blog. I believe it is Adventures in VeVe number, I did write it down, 43, which is warning, this app is not for you. So really, really talented writer in the space, and make sure you check it out when you can. I also see Matt G, Giordio, Sebastianova. Say thanks for coming back, mate. We have had you in the space before. And everyone else is taking the time out of their busy day to come and chill with us. Much appreciated. And at any point, if anybody wants to come up and say hi, or just tune in on the conversation, you're more than welcome to do so. It's a safe space, and we just welcome all different points of view. And even if you're just looking for some confidence to speak in the space for the first time, that offer's always there. But if you want to chill and listen in the background, that's totally cool as well.
And if you're in the VeVeverse and you want to spill some beans, break the NDA, come up, and I got a lot of questions to ask.
That's it. Just brace yourself. Yeah, cool. What else has been happening? What else is on my talking points here? So we've covered the Lambo drop, we've covered Blade, we've covered the Spider-Verse comic, Blade collectibles. What else has been going on? Just on the subject of Marvel Mighties, I actually did pick myself up on Marvel Mighty. I got myself a Thanos chopper. I got I got mint number 313, which is basically going right on the floor. So I thought that's going to look really cool, and I can actually own the helicopter, and I can actually say with great confidence, "Get to the chopper!" And also, I do have a few ideas about what I can actually do with that little helicopter moving forward, because I've actually got some ideas about what to do with Relax and Read, which is my little comic book reading segment, if anyone's not familiar with it. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, I do a Relax and Read. Last Friday, I did Ultimate Spider-Man #1, which is a really, 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 really good read. It's a bit long. It was a 49-page comic, but a lot of fun, and had a good time doing it. But that was over on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel, and also on my own YouTube channel, Mr. Osmond Collect 63. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And if you feel inclined, give us a like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, I've got a couple ideas about some new things coming for the channel, so stay tuned.
Are you a big collector of the Mighties?
Me personally, no, not really. I have owned a couple of Mighties in the past. I've had Deadpool Mighties. I've had a few Fantastic Four ones, a few little bits and pieces, but I'm not like a massive collector or anything. No. What about you?
I think it's a really interesting series. I think it's just most interesting because at all the events they keep promoting them so heavily, right? And then they're using them as their entry level collectibles and things like that. So,
yeah. And also, Alex also always keeps saying, like, we must protect the Mighties at all costs or something like that. So yeah, they've always hinted and teased at something like big is coming for the Mighties, but I guess we just have to wait and see.
I think the applications for those things are endless. I think the biggest question is just whether or not they apply them properly or not. That's just the biggest. But if you saw my last video, this company Tilt 5, that would be like a perfect application for Marvel Mighties. like AR game tables where we can just augment our collectibles onto a game board. Like that would be just
that would be cool.
So fun. And you can do it with more than just the mighties too, like the villains and stuff like that, right? So,
interesting.
Arcade's point though is that's interesting. I'm still thinking about that because that is a really good point. I never thought about how they're kind of, they could potentially be waiting as long as they are to actually like to make sure the hype dies down. But my biggest thing, just going back to that for a sec, is even if they were to announce the crafting event and do it right now, I don't think the hype would be big enough to drive prices up anyways. That's just the biggest thing. So
no, well, I mean, it seems like prices are sort of like moving up on their own anyway. Like, because we've got like the MCCP hype. Obviously, the crypto market's starting to pump a bit now. OMI, I believe, has cracked a new or getting towards all-time high or whatever. So, yeah, here we go. It's cracked they've knocked zero off now. So now we're currently at 0.001052.
I was gonna say we're back into the double zeros, but definitely not an all-time high.
No, not all-time high yet, but we're definitely out of the we're into the double zero. So that's showing a bit of strength. So that's nice to see. So if anyone holding big bags of OMI like our Randys and our Jordans, they must be pretty happy right now.
I'm not trying to bring people down though. You guys know me. I like playing devil's advocate. I don't know. I'm still not fully convinced that this is like the turnaround though. So I do kind of expect a little bit of a pullback, but I'm only saying that because I know I've been seeing a lot of people kind of FOMO in lately. But what are your thoughts? Do you think
agree with that?
Whoa,
was that Doctor?
No, I was saying I just totally agree with that. I'm looking for a decent retracement to come to.
Same. That's it. So buying the red, selling the green, ladies and gentlemen. But before I go any further, I should probably throw this out there.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Nothing said on this channel or this space or anything we say anything at all is classed as financial advice. I have never in my life been a financial advisor. I have enough trouble looking after my own money, let alone anyone else's. So please take what we say on this channel with a grain of salt, and anything else that you might have to throw over your shoulder. We're simply just people talking on the internet about what we see in the markets. We're talking about collectibles, whether that be physical, digital, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and any other awesome stuff that you might be into. So just bear in mind that if you take our advice as gospel, you run the risk of. I love this part because I love how Crypto Pro likes to coin this. You could be living under a bridge, eating government cheese, looking around, and just wondering what the hell happened, and crawling back into your cardboard box, or something else up there. And anything said is not financial advice, and please be responsible for your own capital.
That's dark.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I was saying before, like, if I was going to get into it, I'd definitely be looking for a retracement. I wouldn't be buying a nice big shiny green candle. But another thing that's been trending lately is we've had the whole VeVe digital collectibles thing trending on X at the moment. So it's been really cool seeing everyone posting all their vault pictures and all the creative stuff that's been coming out of that. It's been a nice little boost to the community.
That was crazy. That's like a highlight ever since being in the community. But who started that? Like, where did that come from? Do you know?
I don't actually know. It just kind of blew up and just sort of went off. Just trying to think.
According to Tropical, it was Johnny Dunn who started it.
Because I keep thinking about, like, I was like, did the VeVe team announce something? And all of a sudden people got really excited and they're just tweeting this out. But it's just some community member that wanted to get, say, VeVe digital collectibles, and then all of a sudden VeVe starts blowing up again. It's just the community.
That's it. Community's fighting back. But no, it was very, very cool to see. And like I said, there's been a lot of creative pictures coming out of it. So we also saw yours as well. With the Enterprise, very, very cool.
Oh, which picture was that? Was that the one this morning that I put on DQ's blog?
Yes, it was. Need an enterprise in the sky to look so good. Another awesome blog. Don't be a stranger.
Oh yeah. I was mainly referencing her blog. Did you read the blog? It was a
I
really good
actually
blog
haven't had a
today.
chance to read it. No, I've been tied up with daddy duties.
When you read the blog, then you know why I posted the enterprise today.
I see. Yeah, very cool. So what's been happening in the space? What else can we talk about? Let me have a look at my notes here. So we've covered VeVe. Let's move over to a bit of film talk. So we've had Madam Web dropped in cinemas on Valentine's Day. Has anyone actually seen it? Because from what I've been reading for the reviews, it is not doing very well at all. No, I see.
Yeah, no, I didn't bother yet. I'm not too excited to see it. I was hearing bad screener reviews before it came out, and getting that confirmation now doesn't make it any easier to pull it up.
No, according to Internet Movie Database, it's doing a 3.8 out of 10. So that's not doing very good at all. And yeah, a lot of the reviews I've been reading have been not very good. But I mean, it was kind of like to be expected, to be honest. I mean, like you could sort of get like a wind of it, like from just looking at the trailer, you could already tell it was not going to do like an Avengers Endgame or anything like that.
I mean, my question is, so I was watching something about Eternals as well, and they were saying that they didn't get any outside opinions. They only went from like in-house as far as like people rating it. But they were saying that rolling off of Endgame and all those movies, Marvel was like super hyped and thought Eternals was going to win an Oscar and all types of crazy shit. And
oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering, is it like, I know I'm getting into the crazy territory here, but it seems like a lot of these movies where it's like female driven, they don't do that well. Like the Marvels, all of these flicks that's led by females is not doing well. Is that because this is a male dominated genre, or what is going on?
I don't know. I think it just sort of comes down to the writers. I mean, they just got some real, like some of them got like a strong cast, but they just got horrible writers. I mean, like they just I mean, like you just sort of scratch your head.
No, that's absolutely true. I mean, Hollywood has had a problem with writing for at least 10 years now, just in general. But yeah, they say it's, too many chicks with purple hair in the room. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing behind the scenes, man. And the problem too is, you get directors and writers that are not part of the fandom. Same problem with Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? They'll bring a dude on, but he's not even into Star Wars. So it's
yeah. Or if the studio starts meddling, saying like, or they've got like a director who's like really passionate about the project, and they're like, we want to do this because like we want to be like true to the fans and stuff like that. But then like some like big like company director or someone steps in and goes, yeah, that's like a good idea, but we're gonna go with this idea.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just put a pin in that. That's a fantastic idea, sir. But let's sort of shift over here. But look at this. Picture this with me. Space bunnies. Or it just comes with something stupid.
I don't know, man. So, I mean, we all seem to be fans of Marvel. So, I mean, are we gonna watch this Madam Web at some point, or like what are we doing? Waiting for it to come out streaming?
I will probably either see it when it comes out streaming or by other methods. But yeah, I am definitely not going to be paying money to go see this in theaters.
Same here, man.
So yeah, I have to agree with you guys. I think I don't know if you agree on this, but I feel like Marvel's quality of movies has kind of gone downhill ever since Disney acquired them.
But I mean, in their defense, I mean, Madam Web is not actually Marvel. Madam Web is actually the part of the Sonyverse.
Sony. Right.
Now the Sonyverse.
I'm not necessarily just talking about that movie though. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, in general, yeah.
Like we're talking about with the quality of movies just going downhill. Because writing, I 100% agree with. But I also think it's the change of title.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, I personally think Sony should just give the rights to everything back to Marvel, or if anything, keep the rights and just leave the movie making to Marvel, because Sony's attempted it a couple of times and everything they've done is just done dismally. Obviously,
you said
yeah, go on.
You said it right there, man. Because they did a pretty good job. I'm sorry for butting in like that, but they did a really good job with the latest Spider-Man movies by just letting Kevin Feige take the reins and they collect the paycheck.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously they front the bill on making the thing, right? But let them do what they're gonna do. And I really agree with DoktaStrange. It's the writing has been abysmal, but once in a while you will find diamonds in the rough. Like the brothers that made Infinity War.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? Or yeah, exactly. You know what I mean, right?
I give them credit. They did okay with Venom.
That's true.
But Morbius, horrible.
No. And the thing is, that they actually had a decent cast. I mean, you had Matt Smith, Jared Leto as well. They're good actors. It's just they were just in a bad movie. But yeah, it just begs the question, because I think next on the Sony versus schedule is Kraven the Hunter, I believe. So I wonder how that's going to go.
It's not looking good, man. I think that also
you know how
you got to go above and beyond for these street level based characters, man. You got to really the story right. The storytelling has to be really good. And I don't think it's too many reasons to try and go over the top with the CGI with a lot of them. So it's you might as well just dig in and have a really crazy story.
Well, I think I know what did it for me. Is when I first watched the trailer and I saw Russell Crowe, I just went, oh. So, like I said, ever since Russell Crowe did Thor: Love and Thunder and did that very, very questionable role of Zeus, I'm just everything is he sort of touches lately has been rather questionable.
Yeah, I mean,
well, not a lot of people know who Kraven is.
That is true.
So, for one, you have to educate the public through marketing who this character is in order for your movie to even do well. And the fans also, you're going to have to please because it's a beloved villain. So
I think a good way to do that is take it to the old school comics and have dudes show up at the end of the movie and kind of leave you with a cliffhanger, who the hell was that? You know what I mean? And then you roll into it.
That's right. Like they did with Thanos at the end of Avengers.
Exactly. But I think relying on star power and names is not the way to go. And that's why I think they thought Eternals was going to do so good and win an Oscar and all this stuff. But let's drop Harry Styles at the very end, and see if that drives hype, for the movie. And so it just comes in oh look, this is the brother of Thanos. It's what? It's Thanos has a brother? This guy doesn't even look like Thanos. He's not even purple. Yeah, exactly.
I know. What do you reckon, Josh? You got any thoughts on the subject? Oh, no. Are you still there?
No, not so much. No, sorry, I was having trouble hitting the mute button.
Right.
Not so much. It's what Hinano said. You got to educate the public. Because to be honest, I don't really know much about the character. I really don't. But it's exactly what he said. If people don't know who this is, they're not going to go buy the ticket.
Exactly. They're not going to care. So yeah. So I guess
for me, I got kind of lucky. Back when I was a kid, man, some of my favorite covers were the Spider-Man and Kraven covers. Especially the one where they're scaling down the side of the building together. So, I was definitely familiar with them. I liked them. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to come off, man,
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I think the next I have on the list, because we've got Madam Web's just dropped. Just trying to think what's next in the pipeline besides Deadpool, which I think is scheduled for July.
Well, I was hoping in your notes that you would allow us to touch on X-Men 97, the animated trailer that just dropped. What you guys think?
Well, funny enough, that was actually in my notes. So yeah,
Wait, hold on. Before you guys talk about that, I gotta drop off because D and I are doing a reaction of that tonight, and we haven't seen it yet, and we want it to be authentic. So have a good day, guys. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, boo! Yeah, no worries, mate. Completely understand. Well, thanks for dropping up, and yeah, look, that's it. We scared him off.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
It's like, well, that was awkward. But no, that's cool. No, I just like the fact they're trying to be authentic. They're trying to keep the reactions genuine. But yeah, if in case anyone's unfamiliar with the Real Uncommon podcast, they've started doing reaction videos now on their separate channel called What the Flick. So they've done Ghostbusters. I believe they've done a few other ones as well. I can't remember what was the last one they did. They've done Halo. I think was the last one they did. And yeah, sounds like they're going to do a reaction trailer to X-Men. Not was it 97? But yeah, I have watched the trailer, and yeah, I'm quite excited for it. I actually had to sort of go back and just sort of like think, like, because I had watched the series like back ages ago, but I was just like, well, I got to try to remember what's going on now, how it actually ended. But it looks good. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely looks good. It when you see the end of the trailer and you see Cyclops, in the front leading the team, it just made me really want a animated Cyclops on the VeVe app, man. I got to see him tap the visor and shoot the beam out.
Yeah,
I like the Mighty, but I need the full scale joints. Him and Gambit, I need that.
Definitely. Do you reckon you'd like it like in the sort of like the cell shading style that they've got on the app now, or just like more of a premium sort of feel to it?
Either one is fine, but I think just for the aspect of continuity of where they're at now, they might as well do the cell shading. But if it complemented Black Panther and Storm and people like that, I'm cool with that too.
Cool. Yeah. What about you, Josh? Have you watched any of the X-Men show, or have you seen the trailer? Are you excited for it?
Unfortunately, not a topic I can speak too much on either. No, I haven't seen any of these, so can't speak on it.
Well, there you go.
Sorry.
Go get it on your to watch list.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Have you actually been watching anything lately? So have you seen anything good?
Yeah, I just downloaded a bunch of new movies. I was watching the Godzilla vs. Kong movie yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that yet or no?
I have seen it. Yeah, I mean, like who doesn't like a good old fashioned giant monster mashup movie?
Dude, I'm fascinated by the animation in movies like that. I'm like, I don't know how they do it. Those movies, Pacific Rim, Transformers, it just blows my mind. Trying to think of what else I got. Oh, Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah. I watched that one. Really, really good. Very long, but yeah, really.
I gotta say, when the nuke went off, it was such a weird part. Do you agree with me, or they just didn't look that good to me?
Yeah, there were a couple scenes in the movie which kind of looks like a little bit weird, and also like a lot of famous faces in that movie too. Like even they just popped up and did like a short little scene and then sort of disappeared again. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, movie was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Just that one scene was really weird.
What about you? What about you, Doctor? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, man. My interest level is a lot lower than most people, I guess. So, just not my cup of tea, I guess.
That's cool. No worries. But I did. Just on the subject of Kong and Godzilla. Have you seen the new trailer for it?
I have a lot of purple and pink CGI action going on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you got Kong with the big power glove.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's I don't know. I come from that old school. I was watching a lot of these movies in real time back in the days, Ultraman and all that crazy stuff. So this is a little bit much, but I gotta see where it goes.
Well, I tell you what, then, if you do like the old school type style, and if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend that you watch Godzilla -1.
Yeah, I've heard only great things about that.
That's really good.
Really authentic. Yeah, really authentic. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, even the way Godzilla moves is like, in that sort of old school, like, like sort of animatronic, like sort of robotic style. But yeah, really, really good. And I highly recommend anyone out there who hasn't seen it yet and you're into into old school Godzilla. Godzilla -1. It is in I want to say Korean or Japanese or one of the two, but it is subtitled, but it is really good. Very, very authentic. And they did it on quite a low budget as well. And they just killed it. But yes, what else can we talk about? This was exciting. They've announced the casting for the new Fantastic Four movie. So have you guys heard about that, seen it?
I didn't know I haven't heard who the cast is, but who did they announce?
Ooh, okay, this is gonna blow your mind. So, for our Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Reed Richards, they have cast Pedro Pascal, which everybody should know who that is by now. And in case you don't, he's basically famous for The Mandalorian, The Last of Us. What else have we got? Game of Thrones, of course, and a whole heap of other movies as well that I won't name all of them. But those are probably his most famous roles. So that's going to be our new Mr. Fantastic. Mrs. Fantastic is Vanessa Kirby, which she is well known for, which I believe is The Crown. I think she's currently in at the moment. She's known for The Crown, Napoleon, Mission Impossible, and she's also in Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. So she's going to be our new Mrs. Fantastic. And now this is actually a really good casting. I thought they do quite well with this one. As for our Human Torch, Mr. Johnny Storm is going to be Joseph Quinn. And for those of you who aren't familiar who Joseph Quinn is, he played Eddie Munson in Stranger Things.
I got a question though.
Yeah,
do you think that they casted Pedro based on real casting things? Like, does he look like the character, feel like him, or did they cast him just because of his popularity? Because I'll tell you one thing: if they let this dude play Reed with that thick ass mustache, man, I ain't going for it. Man. I'm not doing it because I'm gonna just see the Mandalorian. That's all I see. Is like, I don't know, man. When I think Reed Richards, I don't think Pedro. I just feel like they casted him because of his popularity and not really like, maybe his acting ability too, but I don't get Mr. Fantastic vibes off that dude at all.
No, it depends on the version of it. Like, because there's a couple of different versions of Mr. Fantastic, isn't there? Like, there's like the Ultimates versions, like your classical version. I think I saw a bit of fan art or something like that. Basically, it was like an older Reed Richards, but it had like a whitish sort of beard, and so maybe something along the lines of that. Maybe I don't know, but I do agree with you. Like, if he just has the mustache, then all you're gonna see is like the Mandalorian, or you're gonna see like the bloke from like The Last of Us or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I reckon he could do it. His acting ability is very good. He has got a proven track record. Like, there hasn't been too many movies I can think of off the top of my head where he's been in that haven't done like super bad. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But like I was saying, Joseph Quinn is our Human Torch, and I reckon he's a good fit for a Human Torch because he did a good performance as Eddie Munson in Strangest Things season 4, I believe it was season 4. But one thing is he does look very, very weird without long hair and a bandana. And of course, last but not least, our thing is now see if I can say this right. Is Eben Moss Bartridge, and he's apparently I'm not overly familiar with the actor, but he's the last thing he was quite well known for is The Bear. where he played Richard Ritchie Jamizov. Anyway, but yeah, so that's apparently gonna be our thing. But one role they haven't casted yet is Doom, and that's the one I'm waiting for. So you see if they get to play Doom. So yeah, that's the that's a bit of the film talk news. I think it's about all I had going on in the space. Unless anyone else has got something they want to add to it. And of course we've also got Deadpool and Wolverine. The trailer dropped for that. That's causing all sorts of speculation and hype. And that's one I'm probably most excited for come July. Like brew on July.
Yeah, that's the one I've been seeing talking the most. Sorry, Doctor, go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't saying too much, man. I was like, I'm kind of hyped. It's day after my birthday, so I'll definitely be checking it. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Like, you know, what a good way to like spend like the day after your birthday. It's like, I'm going straight to the cinema to see Deadpool.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. But yeah, but I'm assuming everyone's seen the trailer.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. A lot of people were getting hyped off of it. I heard a lot of people watched it back like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, there's been like a lot of speculation at the moment. Like, you know, like I think Doom was probably the biggest one. Is like there was a scene in there where they see like a character holding an AK-47 and had a green hood and a metal mask, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's Doom, and I'm like, God, I hope it's not Doom because he looks horrible. But it could be a variation of Doom, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the most recent Kingpin or whatever, he apparently didn't look like a lot of people expected him to in the series.
Oh, okay. Well, in Echo in the new series that just dropped.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talking about how he looked different from what they expected, but then I guess his personality is also a lot more aggressive or a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? Gory. Not like a behavior, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like for anyone who hasn't seen the series, you might want to cover your ears now because this might be a potential spoiler. But the one, like, have you actually seen it, Josh?
No, I watched one episode, but I haven't like gotten into it yet.
No, because like basically the way the sort of the series ended is like it sort of ended like at the end of like Hawkeye, and so it's like basically like continued on from there. So basically, that series sort of ended with Echo basically shooting Kingpin in the face, supposedly killing him, but somehow he's wound up in a hospital bed with a basic patch over his face, and they completely skim over the fact is that somehow how did he survive being shot point blank in the face through the eye socket?
Key detail you don't know anything about.
Exactly, you don't. They've completely like skimmed over the top of it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Now, I personally know someone that was shot in the face, in the eye, and survived.
Oh, really?
But it was a 22 caliber weapon, I believe, and it was shot from a distance. So I don't know about the point blank, but if you got a small enough bullet, maybe like a BB or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's wild. The doctor could just come in here and confirm that.
Yes, there are bullet survivors of eye wounds out here.
That's it. And just to clarify, he's not that kind of doctor either.
That's correct.
So yeah, I sent you a screenshot we could speculate on a little bit.
Yeah, go on. I did see that. So so this is the licenses or.
Dude, I find this so interesting, and I don't know why this hasn't been discussed more in the community. Maybe it was, and I missed it. But when I was doing this research for the last episode, I originally thought that screenshot I just sent you was like a leaked screenshot from an Akomi member's computer. And it just so happens to turn out that it's just a random community member who screenshotted that photo from an Akomi article. So it's an official image. So all of the brands on that image is something that Akomi was promoting in their pitch deck to new licensors. And we got Pokemon in there, we got Dragon Ball Z in there, We got Hello Kitty in there, which I
Mhm.
believe is like the second most successful entertainment brand for children of all time. It's behind Pokemon.
Okay.
So it's like we got some big names on there, but for some reason, I don't see the community talking about it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I see some big names on there as well. Are we able to post that in the space here so everyone else can see it?
Do I just comment it?
Yeah, I think if you post it like and then sort of like I think it's like a post and then it's like a save or something like that, and you sort of post it in the space. But even even if you just post it, and then one of our listeners maybe might be kind enough to repost it or pin it to the space, and then that way everyone else can see it, and we all know what we're looking at.
Yeah, sorry, I have no idea how to pin it, but I just commented it in the space.
Yeah, because I think if you click on the share button in the bottom right hand corner, you should be able to share it to this space, or someone should be able to share it to this space, and that sort of pins it to this.
Share via post. Nope. Share.
No. Well, I'm sure one of our listeners out there might be kind enough to do it. Maybe.
Apologies for the inconvenience.
That's right. Like I said, I've been doing like these spaces for nearly like a year, and I still can't work out how to do it. But
it's in the comment section, anyways.
But yeah,
there's some big names. We got Lord of the Rings. We got Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon. We got Harry Potter. Hello Kitty. What are some other ones here? Atari.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, they got one that I'm hanging out for, which is Games Workshop.
Oh yeah, I completely missed that.
Yeah.
That's right beside Blizzard as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Games Workshop and Blizzard. Now those two are massive powerhouses, because anyone who's familiar with it, like Games Workshop, they've got all the Warhammer franchise, so Warhammer 40,000, all sorts of cool stuff in that sort of universe. Blizzard, they've got World of Warcraft, they've got StarCraft, they've got Overwatch, Diablo, all that fun stuff.
See, what's interesting about all those names you just mentioned is they're all in David's retail shop.
Oh, are they now?
You know what I'm saying? Like he's developed relationships with these big companies for years. So.
But yeah, and also I see along with Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, which everyone's sort of hanging out for. But we've also got South Park. We've got Family Guy. I see Firefly, Stranger Things, PlayStation.
Family Guy collectibles would be.
Oh man, fan of. Well, we've got Happy Tree Friends. I mean, it's not a massive leap to think we can get Family Guy.
Yeah. Happy Tree is like it's not the kids' version of adult content, but it's nothing beats Family Guy. No. You got Family Guy, Futurama, those ones are up there.
Oh yeah, now wouldn't that be cool if we got some Futurama drops and some Family Guys or American Dad or all that sort of fun stuff, or even some Cleveland as well. Like even that could be a nice little sort of add a bit of spice to the mix.
Absolutely.
I know.
We need them all.
We need them all. We need everything. What else can I see? We've got Namco, we've got Sega, Atari, PlayStation. Yeah, it's big names there.
And it literally says Comey page 19 of their pitch deck.
Look, we've even got Monopoly and Harry Potter. I mean, technically we do have the Monopoly guy on the app, with the Ron English drop.
Yeah, and then there's also talk about the Mogul Grin, right?
That's the one, yeah.
I don't fully know how that works with Ron, because I know there's a gray area in art where it can be kind of like, I don't know the exact wording, but it's like depicted as your own, like you're not stealing the IP. But like he has the what's his name from McDonald's. He has a character with him as well. So I don't know if that's him getting permission from the licensors, or if he's just like knocking off the characters in a way where he's not like liable to any like legal stuff. But that might explain the Monopoly stuff. Is if he does need permission, then it's kind of like a double whammy, because we do have pieces on the platform where, like the James Bond poster, there's a gun that has the name of the gun company on it. And for pieces like that, you need that company's permission to have it on the piece. And then same with like the Back to the Future hoverboard with Mattel. You need Mattel's permission for the logo. All that stuff.
Yeah. So I was just reading some of the comments here. Say Guru says he got it to us. Say Double Quill saying, I just feel like it's hard to believe at this point that's probably why nobody's talking about it. Parody art. Yeah.
Well, see, hard to believe. Hard to believe because of the number of years that have gone by. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But it literally says a Comey pitch deck, page 19. Because I was trying to be like really cautious at first. Even in the post, I was like, this image is not confirmed. And then they sent me the exact Comey article, and it was from, I think it was November 19th of 2020 or 2019. So it was from a couple of years back, but it's an official image. So
yeah, well, I mean, like if you ever get David on that interview with David, like you could pose the question to him, like, you know, like do you still actually like it was put back in, like, you know, the pitch X amount of years ago or whatever. It's like, do you guys still have these licenses? Are they still talks with these licenses? Like, you know, what's going on there? Because everyone's hanging out for it.
My biggest thing with that though is, I mean, they're extremely anal about not pissing off their licensors, right? Like, we know this.
Yeah.
By them even having this image up right now would be a liability if they're not working with some of these companies, right?
Yeah, right. So
it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the comment I made last week about Game Art Brain. How, like, we got the email to take down the content, but the only reason why is because VeVe asked them to cut all ties. So VeVe didn't want any single image, any single video, nothing online to show the connection between them and Game Art Brain. If they're doing that with a small studio, they're definitely doing that with these big companies.
Yeah, true, possible. Doctor, do you have any thoughts on the matter? Nope. Say maybe not. Oh, there you
go. I did see that floating around back when I joined the app in 2021. I've seen a couple of different things like that, and I think they still have those agreements and stuff. I just think a lot of stuff they're just waiting to drop it. Like, they have a bigger vision for Pokemon than just a bunch of statue and animated collectibles, and they got some other elevators and things going on, some new types of things that we're not even thinking of, then maybe that's what they're holding it for. You know, I think they need to, like Kid Arcade has mentioned this 1,000 times, like they need something on the actual app that we can play with. So like if it's some sort of trading cards, and like even when you load up the app, they refer to certain things. I've seen something that says something like cards, collect cards. And we don't have any cards. So I was like, maybe that's what they're referring to, but they just haven't moved on anything. And I think Pokemon could be that, but it definitely needs to be more than just animated statue. It has to be something with some sort of gamification to it, you know? So I think that would be something good to do, but that's such a different elevator for them that I never thought that would be something we would get right away. So maybe we're heading into those times now. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. But you know, you're right. They sort of need something to sort of entice people to sort of stay on the app and sort of keep people engaged.
Yeah. Another quick question, Oz. I remember we were in a live stream the other day. I don't remember if it was yours or Hinano, but we were talking about reading the Blade comic. Somebody said they wanted me to read it. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. But I don't remember like whose show that would be on, or if it was a live or what it was. Do you remember?
I have no idea. I mean, like, I totally up for reading it. It's actually one of the things I'm sort of looking at doing with a Relax and Read is actually inviting people up on to come and read a comic book with me. So Doctor, if you're ever up for it, so that offer is always there.
Yeah. I think Blade. They were like making jokes like, "Oh, it's Black History Month too," and then it's Blade, and you know. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm down for whatever, man." So yeah, just keep in touch on that front. I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, you know, I'm sort of looking at different ways to sort of like trying to add a bit of production value to the Relax and Read, and I'm actually even sort of considering even a rebranding, but like I said, that's all still like, you know, way in the pipeline at the moment, because unfortunately I'm sort of sidetracked with, like, you know, life, like, you know, being a dad with 2 kids. Sort of that kind of happens.
Yeah,
Just wait until they go. Just wait until they go away to college or university. Then you have plenty of time.
Oh yeah, totally. But the problem is, like, you know, my son actually turns 5 in a couple of weeks, and my daughter turns 3 in a couple of weeks after that. So I've still got a little bit of a wait before they get to the college stage. So in the meantime, I still have to wiggle in between the cracks.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know if I'm gonna have to fully get into character to read, though. You know what I'm saying? Casual knows I'm trying to expand my vocal talents. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to get into like a Blade voice type of thing. I might have to like go get some grills or something so I could sound like I got the fangs in. You know what I'm saying? I'll work on that.
Yeah. It was also like, you know, get like that sort of like a, that's it. I mean, I want to try and picture how Blade would sound without sounding like Wesley Snipes, because, like, you know, to me, like, you know, that's just like the one character that you sort of think of, like, every time you say, "Oh, Blade," oh yeah, Wesley Snipes. And what could you say? I can't really say like his iconic line of. Well, I can, but I don't continue to. Is like, I'll just say, "There's always someone trying to ice skate uphill." But that's like the toned down version.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes has a hard voice to nail down to me. It's not like a iconic type of voice necessarily. So I
don't know. Maybe we have a play with it. Maybe we can try and reinvent Blade's voice. I probably can't do it, but I'm pretty sure you can.
I appreciate your confidence in me.
That's it. But yeah, if that's something that the listeners want to see, like, moving forward, would you like to see DoktaStrange try and do his best Blade impression or best Blade voice, maybe moving into a future episode of Relax and Read? Let's see some thumbs up. Let's see some 100%. Let's see some kind of acknowledgement. Because even if it's just for a good laugh, because that's what we always like, a good laugh. All right. Well, it's coming up onto the last half an hour of the show, guys. So like I said, we'll have to start wrapping up the space soon. But I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been hanging with us and sticking with us so far. We've had a few people drop off, but that's totally cool. So I just want to say a big thank you just for taking the time out of your busy days to come and chill with us. So we've had some really cool conversations, basically just covering all sorts of different areas of collecting, comics, fandom, and say VeVe. And yeah, it's been a really good just chill conversation. It's like sitting in I can just see us where you're sitting in the VeVeverse, like, you know, just having a beer, chatting, and just talking collectibles is awesome. Love it. And like I said before, if anybody wants to come up at any point during the show, want to say hi or chime in on what we're talking about, or even just want to share a little bit of your own collection or what you've been picking up lately, totally down for it. And that offer's always there. But actually, one thing I picked up lately I thought was kind of cool is I have actually got into to Funko collecting, and I actually picked up myself an Alien, a Predator, and an Ellen Ripley, which is awesome because that's like two of my favorite film franchises, which is Alien and Predator.
Yeah, those look cool. I saw them.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen them, like, you know, you can find the pictures like on my X post. So go check that out if that's something you're into. But yeah, I was quite proud of it. I thought it was quite cool. And yeah, they're on a shelf way up high, so my little ones can't get hold of them because the last Funkos I gave them, they tore the box apart, and I'm pretty sure one of them's missing a head. But you know, that's kids. Yeah,
that Alien looks dope, man. That would have been sick if they did like the long box where they have a couple of them in there and maybe put Ripley in the suit, you know, the mechanical suit.
Yeah. I tell you what, that is one thing I am waiting for to drop on VeVe is, like, you know, Ripley, like, or a power loader or something like that. Like, you know, just, oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, man. Give me a couple of the complimentary soldiers with the dope machine guns, all of that. Man.
Absolutely. I mean, like, so far, like, you know, all we've got, like, you know, Alien and Predator wise is just, like, you know, those picture frames. But yeah, like, imagine if we get, like, you know, the power loader, or if we get, like, you know, the APC or a drop ship, or yeah, just get like some of, like, you know, the Marines, like, you know, with the smart guns and pulse rifles. Oh, it'd be amazing. Love it.
Yeah, man. They could drop like a Prometheus series, and then you could give me the jockey with the hole in his chest, and
yeah,
you know,
yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
Well, in saying that, they do have a new Predator movie and a new Aliens movie in the works, so could be coming.
Yeah, the Alien movie I'm kind of hyped for because I think it's back to the Space Marines type of vibe. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, because it's called I believe they had a working title. I think it was called Romulus.
Yes, that's correct.
Aliens Romulus, and I want to say it's directed by the guy who did District 9 and Chappie. Is it Neil Blomkamp? Is that the one? Yeah.
Okay. I definitely like both of those.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, if they can get him on board and you get him directing it, then yeah, it might turn out quite good. So I'm just trying to find a bit of information about it. But yeah, so they've got that in the works, and they've also got a new Predator movie in the works as well. I believe the working title for it is Predator Badlands, and it's going to be directed by the same bloke who recently directed the last one, Prey. So I'm quite excited for that one because I like Prey. Prey I thought was like really good. Like it sort of like got back to like the whole, like back to like what the original was all about. It was like like man versus like predator. Like there's no like fancy special effects, no fancy like weaponry and stuff. It's just all like basically down to like bare bones like survival and trying to outwit the thing. So if they get him on board like to direct the new Predator movie, then yeah, that's going to be awesome. I just see Tails just jumped in, like his ears must have been burning when I said Alien and Predator. I did also see that awesome post you put on X as well, like with the Alien 3 about the VeVeverse or whatever it was. That was quite entertaining. And thank you for dropping in to listen. Appreciate it.
Speaking of VeVeverse, where do they all go?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. Hey, we got Tails up the stage. Tails, how are you, mate?
Yo, what's good, everyone? How's it going?
Yeah, good, mate. How's things?
Just oddly enough, bro, I literally just finished watching Predator 1 for the first time in about 10 years.
Oh, mate.
And I hopped into this space, and I was thinking, before I hopped in, I was thinking, well, because there's about go through the list with me. Sorry, first of all, what's good? Collect's gone digital. Josh, DoktaStrange, what's good? Everybody in the crowd. So you got Predator.
Yep.
You got Predator 2 with Danny Glover.
Yep.
Then I'm not going to talk about the Aliens versus Predator films, but then before Prey, were there 3 others or 2 others in between? Yeah, go on. Okay,
so we've got Predator 1, 2. There is Predators, which is the one with Adrian Brody, where they did like right. the Hunger Games version of it. We had The Predator, which was directed by Shane Black,
which was a guy in Predator 1, right, with the wisecracking, yeah, jokes.
That's the one, yeah. Played Hawkins with the big glasses, and was unfortunately the first one to get skinned and die.
Yeah,
still sad. What else have we had? So, yeah, had that one, and yeah, of course, we've had all the Aliens vs Predator movies, which sort of don't really count. We've had Prey, which is the latest one. And I believe that's about it. Yeah, that's it.
So just quickly, randomly, when you said he was the first to die, I listened to a podcast called The Rewatchables.
Okay.
And I listened, like, the reason I watched Predator was because I listened to the Predator podcast. And apparently there was rumors going around that, like, the script for Predator is not, top tier. It's classic 80s, muscle man in a in the jungle kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they kept on, like, because Shane Black was such just, he's a writer in real life, right? Obviously he directed that other one.
Yeah.
And the writers of Predator kept on saying to him, can you kind of help us out, like, a little bit? He was like, nah, bro, like, I'm an actor in the film.
That's it.
And they kept on stealing some of his jokes that he was just making on set and put them in the film. And then when he wouldn't, when he kind of refused to help him with the writing, there's rumors that that's why he got killed off first.
Okay.
There's a little tidbit. But out of the Adrian Brody one and the one that Shane Black directed, I don't think I've seen either of them because they got pretty bad write-ups. Which one's the better one out of the two? Because I might give that a go tomorrow.
I would probably say Predators, the one with Adrian Brody.
Okay, which is like the Hunger Games esque one.
Yeah.
Like 2010 that come out, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, but I mean, like, also, like, not only have you got Asian breeding, like, you know, you've got like all sorts of other cool cast members as well. Like, you know, you got that like Denny Trejo, like, you know, I'm just trying to think. Hey, I love these other casters because I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, we've got Denny Trejo, Lawrence Fishburne, Topher Grace. Yeah, all sorts of cool casts, like, you know. And oh yeah, that's right. There's also got the what's his name? The guy who's basically going to play Blade in the upcoming Blade movie. I can never say his name.
Mahershala Ali.
Ali, yeah, basically before he got famous. Well,
oh, nice. I didn't know that, bro.
Famous.
Yeah, famous. Yeah. But I agree with you. I thought Prey was really good, and yeah, that's dope if they're doing another one. Did you say same director and writer?
Yes, yeah. I know it's definitely the same director, and the working title so far is called Badlands. I think they're sort of going for a kind of like a futuristic, sort of like a Mad Max vibe. I think by the sounds of it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch. I mean, that last one went straight to Hulu, which I quite liked. Yeah, I watched that on the first day it come out. I thought it was really good, mate. Thought it was good, but yeah, I thought I'd pop up and just say hello quickly. I'm gonna go and make some food. And what's the time? How long have you been running? This normally starts at 8 p.m. UK, is that right?
Yeah. We normally do the weekend shows at 8:30 to about 10:30 on Sundays.
Nice. All right, well, yeah, good chatting with you guys. Well, very briefly, but yeah, keep fighting the good fight. I hope everybody had do you guys have any luck on the drops today?
I personally didn't go for it. Josh scored on the drop though.
Nice, Josh. What you get?
Got the rare, did 5,000, got the rare.
Okay. At least you didn't get 5 on the bounce, my boy.
Yeah. How did you do?
Bro, I degened really badly and got 5 rares. So that's why I did the post of smashing.
I see.
When life gives you lemons, you know. But yeah, all right, guys. No, keep on. Always enjoy these spaces. Sorry, I've been in a bit late, but yeah, I'll be in listeners for a bit.
Yeah, no, yeah, cheers, mate. Nice. Thanks for dropping in. Like, whether you can be here, like, you know, for 1 minute or 1 hour, like, I just appreciate it in any moment of your time.
Appreciate it, bro. Speak to you soon.
No worries. Take care, mate.
Peace.
Very cool. All right. So what else do we got to talk about? What else is going on in the world? Josh, was there anything else you wanted to cover while we're still got a bit of time? We've got about 15 minutes before I got to start wrapping things up.
Yeah. Everything on my list we've actually already discussed. You know me, I'm just all about the VeVeverse, but I don't want to bore people with the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
Trying to think here. We got more because we have more invites go out, which is good to see. I know I had made the comment about how I hope that we start to see these rounds kind of get sent out sooner and sooner now. I'm not sure how many people were let in this round, but it sounds like there's a lot more than the 25 or 30 people that were in there before. So
yeah, well, hopefully we start getting a bit of, like, you know, a bit of feedback from the new users, see what they come up with.
I think it was supposed to be around 1,000, but I don't think that many went out. Not sure, but I don't know how much we'll hear because I think they're still making people sign NDAs, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are. They're under NDA. So
yeah, I think until that part gets removed, I don't know.
It's interesting. There's a few questions for sure. I know in the last phase Fro brought up the fact, because I asked him, I was like, can you speak on, like, you know, the last time the last time Dan talked about the VeVeverse, he mentioned how there was like 30 collectibles or whatever that they needed to finish the I can't remember the exact term, but it was like texture importing or whatever. And I asked Fro, I was like, is there any reason why we went from that to now where we are now? Because it sounded like they made it sound like we were right around the corner from it opening up. So yeah, I would have thought that this round going out, they wouldn't have been as as strict with the NDAs, but I mean, a beta is a beta, right? So my biggest thing at this point, and maybe it's just me being petty, I don't know, call me out if I am, but I just, typically in the gaming industry, when a game goes into a beta and it's been open for as long as it has, progress typically resets. And so like my biggest thing right now is getting into a virtual space that people have had opportunities to build on for months on end. And you got to kind of start from square one. I don't know, maybe that's a petty thing that I'm comparing, but at the same time, it's like, how long are people gonna have access before the masses actually get the go ahead, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, when I saw Dan during Comic-Con, it was full conviction that this 1,000 would have been onboarded. I think he said December or maybe January, but we're in February and it's still not popping properly.
And well, to be honest, here the thing with me is it's not even the timelines, because the team has acknowledged this and they know that they've screwed up, which is why they're being more they're quiet with that stuff. They know that they don't want to give us a timeline and then just repeat the same cycle that we have over and over and over again. But here's my biggest thing about this: the invites are not going to the right people. Like I've witnessed time and time again at this point, mods sending invites to people they're close with and not people who actually like, and I'm not going to name names, but I know for a fact that there are people who have gotten invites who are less consistent than some people who are posting content on social media. They're less active. Some have never posted a single flipping photo to begin with. And you have people getting, you have those people getting access versus people who are way more active, but more importantly, those people are getting access before other users who have been recommended by beta testers, which makes zero sense. That's my biggest red flag. It's not necessarily the timeline, because I understand there's always going to be delays, but how on earth do you just send out, like even just the other day, they posted, hey, join our research community. And I'm like, okay, I'll join the research community as long as you're willing to listen to the feedback. It's the same thing as people in the beta. If they're recommending people to come into the beta who they know is going to provide value, why are you not sending those people invites? It makes zero sense.
Yeah, I did say something about the research community. So what's that all about? Love to hear and join. I'm just looking on their X space here at the moment. So it says, yeah, hey VeVe fam, we would love for you to join our research community. Share your thoughts, engage in research activities, and test new features to help us shape products that will make your collecting experience even better. Sign here. Okay.
But they've done that before with the consumer advisory panel, right? That was just a post. It's a fancy way of just people filling out a survey. Because that's what that is. You click on it and you just fill out a survey. That's what they're doing. They're gathering data, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But it's just, I just find it really weird how, of course, you want to listen to your community. Of course, you want to gather feedback. But, and they do that, but at the same time, it doesn't look like they're doing that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being petty, but I have screenshots of mods literally saying they put XYZ on the list to get access to the beta, and this was way back after the first round went out. And there's certain people in the community that still don't have access, and it blows my mind. I'm like, how on earth? Even me myself, and I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal here, but I can think of 4 names off the top of my head right now who have DM'd me saying they've recommended me for the beta. I've never asked them to do that, and no invite. And I'm just one person. I get that, but if you're recommended 4, 6, 8 times somebody, how on earth doesn't that person have an invite? It makes no sense.
Yeah, no, so you sort of reckon it might be a case of who you know, not what you know type deal.
I don't want to point the fingers at anyone specific, but it seems that way. Because it's like, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure the mods it was either the mods or the beta testers that were given a select few people that they were allowed to bring into the beta, right? So if you have the opportunity to do that, you don't give the invites to people you're close with. You give the invites to people who will provide the most value. And I'm not even speaking about myself specifically here. There are a number of names that don't have access, and it's like a pattern at this point. It makes no sense. So, sorry, I'm not trying to go in circles here, but Doctor, I don't know if you can add something.
I think what you're saying is valid. Personally, after seeing, the work you were putting in early on with the channel, the experience with Cavernous, all these different things, like you really were expanding my mind as far as what was possible early on. And I agree. I personally expected you to be one of the first in this round. So I'm just sitting here baffled right now. I know for a fact that there's more going on behind the scenes, even with I mean, I'll just say I know someone personally that is heavy on Discord. He's not a mod, but he could be. And I'm not saying he got access to VeVeverse, but I'll just say ever since he's been more buddy with the mods and stuff, this dude has pulled in more secret rares on drops since
Okay.
than ever before. So I hate to think that people have the power behind the scenes on some Wizard of Oz shit to make that happen like that. But it's very obvious. Like this person I brought into VeVe over a year ago, and he had no secret rares. All of a sudden, he climbs up as prominent person in the Discord. And all of a sudden, he's hitting secret rares back to back. Got his gems up. Great dude, but it just adds worry, in my mind.
Yeah, and like I don't want to cause any drama or anything like that. And I appreciate the compliments. Thank you for that, by the way. But like I said, I'm not trying to say like, hey, like I deserve. Well, I guess to an extent I am saying that, but all I'm saying is I deserve access versus the people who are way less active and consistent than me, right? Like, and I think that's fair for me to say. But I also think it's fair because the community, or sorry, not the community, the team, time and time again has said that they listen to community. They're monitoring socials. And if that's the case, then, we're talking about the VeVeverse all the way back in episode like flipping 20 something. We're on episode 151 now, right? So it's like, are you really monitoring socials? And if not, and if you are, about how much? So, and that's why I was a little irritated when they put out that research post the other day, because I'm like, you can gather data, sure, but it's like what you do with the data is the biggest question, and it doesn't necessarily seem like they're always
right.
the most proactive on that end. But anyways, I'll shut up now.
No, that's cool, mate. Like I said, we always appreciate everyone's opinion. Like, we don't shoot anyone down. Like, as long as it's not like outright nastiness. So we'll always appreciate a bit of like constructive criticism and different points of view. So it's all good. Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough, right? Because if you've been with the project as long as anybody on this panel has, obviously you want things to come a little bit sooner than how things have panned out. But it's just like, because I have to keep reminding myself, I'm like, they're a private business, they're a smaller business, like, but like my patience is running thin now. And it has nothing to do with the timelines. It's just, it has to do with there's questions now that are coming up that aren't getting answered. And it's like, there's things that aren't adding up. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, I guess like we'll have to see, but yeah, like I think I said it like on the last episode of Webby Wednesday or something like that. Like we just have to try and remember, like we're basically consumers, aren't we? Like we're not like shareholders. Like this company realistically doesn't owe us anything. I mean, like they can basically just like come and just say, well, this is what we're doing, but whether you like it or not, this is what's happening. But it just to me, yeah, go on.
They tell us more information than they ultimately need to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no,
they do tell us more info than they need to.
Yeah, and I think that's
good. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes because
it's just I completely understand. Like it's just difficult. Like It's just because, like, it's not happening as fast as everyone would like it to. But I think the most important thing is that it's still happening. Like, the company was obviously like, we've come out of the bear market. Everything's like still moving. Drops was still happening. They're still like, getting reasonable traction. Some drops sell out here and there. And but yeah, I think as long as the company keeps moving in a positive direction, then eventually we'll get there. I mean, like I've said, like in other streams, like, even baby steps will still get you somewhere.
It's what you said there. It's a positive direction. And just to clarify too, because I don't want people coming off this like call and being like, oh my God, I'm pointing fingers at the mods. There are mods out there doing their jobs, but what I am saying is that there are mods out there right now that appear like they're not. And when I said that there's people that have recommended me, I know 4 recommendations that have gone to a single mod. I have screenshots of that mod saying they've added me, and I was never added. So of course there's going to be questions that kind of come up after that, right? Like, and I'm not trying to cause drama, but it's like, just provide the simple answer to those questions and I'll piss off. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Yeah, I just gotta say I'm a little disappointed to hear Josh is not already in there, because I thought he was the whole time. Like, I mean, based on his technical ability, familiarity with cabinets, and being a YouTuber, like,
yeah, so come on.
I assumed he was already in there, so to know hasn't gotten an invite on this round is a little disappointing for me, because I was looking forward to not necessarily him leaking anything, but at least being able to tie things in together with his earlier content and say, okay, this is what Cavernous has, and this is what we got, so I'm just a little disappointed.
And again, thank you. And me being a YouTuber, again, I just want to be clear, me being a YouTuber has nothing to do with it. But it's just the fact that recommendations have been made and those recommendations are not being listened to.
Well, here's our recommendation. Say, get this guy into the VeVeverse ASAP, because his technical abilities is next level. If you haven't seen any of his content over on Collectors Gone Digital, we highly recommend that you do so. And you can see firsthand that he's a talented individual and should be in that VeVeverse, chilling with Fro and Tails and anyone else who else might be in there.
I'm trying to preempt everything that I just said there, because I don't want drama to start after this. And I know Tails is probably looking in the background now, like itching at himself, wanting to like say certain things, because he obviously knows a lot more than what we know, and I'm sure he could probably provide some answers here. I'm not looking for him. I don't want to get you in trouble, but just from an outsider looking in, it doesn't. Yeah, there's questions.
And that's it. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait, because I know the Fro has definitely assured us in the past, the good things are coming. We just have to try and be patient, stay the course, and just wait, even though it's difficult. But in the meantime, until then, I'm enjoying the product. I'm enjoying the community more than anything. I'm just chilling here and just interacting with all these amazing individuals from all over the world, and I can see yeah, go on.
Sorry, dude. I'm not sorry. Keep going. I'm not trying to cut you off. It's just there's a little bit of a delay between you and I. So keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool, right? No worries. So I just want to say, it is coming up to 10:30 at night here in the UK. So I do have to start wrapping up this space shortly. But I just wanted to open up the floor to anybody who's been listening in the background. So if you want to come up, say a few words, or just say hi, maybe even share a little bit of a collection, how you did on the drop today. That offers there. If anybody wants to come up and just say a few words for the last couple of minutes. But if you just want to chill in the background and listen, that's cool as well. I do appreciate everyone taking the time out of their busy day to come and chill with us. I do see a few familiar faces. I do see a couple of returning ones as well. I see Kid Arcade still with us. Shadow's dropped in for a little bit. How are you, Shadow? Hope all's good, mate. I see O Squad as well has been listening in. Thank you very much. Notorious Bastard. I love that name. Casual's always listening there in the background. So I hope you're keeping well, mate. So, and also, if you haven't checked out his Funko AI profile pictures, which is one I'm very proudly rocking at the moment. Definitely check that out. Very talented individual when it comes to AI art. I see Chombo Fett. I see Nino Blue. Dadalak. Dadalak. I like that name. That's cool. Classy. Key 98. Kenobi is always full of energy, mate. And if you haven't checked out his Whatnot shows, I highly recommend that you do so. They are just electric. They're fire. And very generous member of the community as well. I see Slider as well, Slider2333. I love all the stuff you've been posting on X lately, like, with all the different comic book covers that you've been picking up on VeVe. Very, very cool. Some of them I've got, some of them I don't have, so I get very, very jealous. But I'd love to see you posting that, keeping that going. Guri, always a pleasure to have you in the space, mate. I'm very eager to. Actually, fun fact: me and Guri are going to be meeting up very, very soon, and I'm really looking forward to that and can't wait. Sebastian Nova, I see you're still with us, mate. Thanks for tuning in. I believe you're here in the UK with us as well, so it's getting late for you as well. And Adro, thanks for dropping in, mate. Always appreciate you listening there in the background. Hope you've enjoyed the content. I hope everyone's enjoyed the content. So it's been a fantastic episode. We've covered all sorts of different topics, everything from VeVe to the drops to film news to a little bit of crypto market, a little bit of all sorts of bits and pieces. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's come up and spoke with us today. With like Doctor, Tales, Kid Arcade, Hinano D. Even though we scared them off with the with the X-Men 97 trailer reaction, but it's been all good. It's been a really fun episode. And again, a big thank you to Josh at Collectors Gone Digital for helping co-host and as being like so hopefully it's going to be a regular debut to have you co-host with me.
Yeah, I would like it to be. The rants won't be a regular thing, by the way. Just want to make that clear. So the little rant that I just had there won't.
That's cool. Like, no, rants are fun. We like rants. Keeps the show interesting. I mean, like, we get rants sometimes. Sometimes we get the occasional troll come in. Even just sometimes just to get the occasional just weird little event happen. Like even on the last episode of VeVe Wednesdays, we had Top Man come in and say a few interesting things. So unfortunately, I had to unload my trusty Photomatic 5000 on it. But sometimes we get that in the space, and that's one of the reasons why I love doing these spaces, because you just never know what's going to happen, and never two episodes are the same, and it's good. It makes a nice little bit of variety.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting experience, to say the least. But,
that was weird, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. She seemed like a lovely individual. It just seemed very friendly, but it just wasn't really appropriate for the space, I felt. So sorry. Yeah, sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah, but absolutely, I'd love to make this a regular thing. I think that this space, and for anybody listening who is perhaps newer to this space, I think that when it comes to the VeVe community, this is probably one of the best spaces for collector chats. We were making a little joke last week, and not to call out any specific group here or anything, but you enter a lot of spaces nowadays that are titled one thing and they're talking about a completely other thing. Yeah, I think it's really important in this space that the focus is always kind of tied to collecting and the comics and the fandom and things like that. So I even sent a message over to Alex, last week saying, hey, this is something we got to protect. So for anybody who is interested in these types of chats, then this is the space to be in every single week. So
yes, sir. That's one of the reasons why we try and keep these spaces going. Like, so give everyone an outlet to sort of express their love of collecting, whether that be physical, digital, Marvel, DC, any platform you're into, whether that be VeVe, Candy. What else we got now? We've got McFarlane, Cryptoys, all that fun stuff. It's just we just want to create a safe space to sort of basically just all come together and just have a place where we can all chill and just have an outlet. And that's one of the things that the VeVe Collective is all about, because that's what these spaces are brought to you by, which is the VeVe Collective. And if you're wondering what the VeVe Collective is, it's basically just a group of us individuals who sort of just came together who wanted to create a space where we could just geek out and not have to worry about FUD, or you may not have an outlet in the real world, sort of talk about it with your loved ones or your family or your friends, or you talk about this crazy thing called digital collecting, or even the crypto market or anything like that, and they just look at you oh, you're playing around with that funny money, or they're playing around with those digital collectibles. Oh, it's not going to be a thing. And yeah, we just wanted to create a space where you can just come and express yourself and just create an outlet. So we do have our collectors group, which is the VeVe Collective, and we do have a group chat. We've got a Discord as well. We got members from all over the community. Some of them are in here with us tonight. So obviously, Collectors Gone Digital, DoktaStrange, Kid Arcade, Shadow, and yeah, just Guri as well. Guri's part of the VeVe Collective, and yeah, just So if that's something you're interested in and you want to get involved with us, you can send us a DM or even DM Josh as well, and we can get you involved with it. Yes, Josh.
I was gonna say Shadow. I haven't seen in a while. It'd be nice to talk to him. Pop up next week or something. But I just to add to what I was saying before, because I am gonna try and help co-host the spaces moving forward, just on the weekends, not on Wednesdays, but. For anybody who doesn't know who I am, I try to be as objective as I can. So if you guys ever hop into a space and it sounds like I'm kind of bashing VeVe or anything like that, it's never my intention. It's just I try to be as honest as I can and transparent as I can as well. And then obviously the complete opposite will happen as well. I'll make sure to focus on the things that they're doing really well or anything like that. But I don't want to come across as a hater or anything like that at any point. So just want to make that clear.
No, it's totally cool, man. Like I say, like anybody who comes in the space, like I want you to be you. So I don't want any pretenders. I don't want any actors or whatever you want to call yourselves. You come in and be you. If you want to be asked the hard hitting questions, you do it. If you want to come in and swear your box off, do it. just bear in mind that these spaces are recorded, and you can find the playbacks on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. So if you missed the first part of this or you jumped in halfway through, fear not. So you can find the replays over on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. And so you can either Google it or there should be a link in the description once it all gets going. But on that note, guys, I'm going to start wrapping up the space. Josh or Doctor, was there anything you wanted to leave us with before I start closing this out?
No, I said everything. Thank you for everybody listening and joining in.
Yeah, man. As always, want to give thanks for hosting the space, doing what you do, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, That's it for me.
Nice one. And again, guys, thanks for coming up and speaking. And big thank you to everybody taking the time out of your busy day to come and chill with us, or busy night or busy evening, wherever you might be in the world. I just appreciate you giving me 1 second or 1 hour of your time. I totally can't say thank you enough. And on that note, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. But before I go, I want to give some of the members of the VeVe Collective some of their shout outs, because we've got a lot of people in the spaces now. We do have the Real Uncommon Podcast with Hinano and Dee. So we do have My Collectibles, K Collections, Evolved. We've also got our very own co-host, Collectors Gone Digital, Josh. Check out his content over on his YouTube channel as well if you haven't done so already. Give him a like, comment, subscribe if you feel that you're inclined to. Makes amazing content, very, very amazingly creative. I mean, like sometimes I scratch my head thinking, how the hell he does this sort of stuff? Very informative, and ask all the big questions. So if you're into that and want to go check it out, please do so. So you can find him on Collectors Gone Digital. Also, big shout out to Chris Severs and Double Quill with their blogs on Medium. Amazing, talented authors in the space, and always a fantastic read. And like I said before, Double Quill's just dropped hers just lately, which I believe is called where did I put it? That one, Adventures in VeVe number 43, which is warning, this app is not for you. I haven't read it yet, but apparently it's been a really good read as always. A big shout out to Kid Arcade with his show that he does every Sunday, and also does the Chill Pill occasionally as well with his live streams. And also another amazing artist in the community, and so generous with his Light Parade collection that he airdrops to holders and uses as prizes in his show. So big shout out to you, mate, and also a big shout out to thank you for coming up to speaking as well. Much appreciated. Also big shout out to DoktaStrange as well with all things strange with his Stack and Slack videos. I believe he's getting one together right now for the Blade drop. So stay tuned for that one. And always a amazing source of content, and just if you're looking to get a bit more information about the comic book that's dropping. So big shout out to you, sir. We've also got the Biggest Bro as well, with which he co-hosts his show with Kid Arcade, and also does the Bare Minimum from time to time, where he does his own live streaming. We also have a big shout out to Shawnee Poo with Shawnee Poo Tube, Informant, BEMO, with Skin and Bones. They also do their drop. They cover the drops as well for all the collectibles and comic books on the VeVe drops. Also, a big shout out to Mr. Falcon as well with Watching Films on the Toilet, which is his podcast that he does on Spotify with his co-host Eamon, and also another very talented vault builder in the space, and also does some really, really cool vault videos with his son, which I reckon is awesome dad goals right there. And I'd love to do something like that with my child when he gets old enough. So a big shout out to him as well, and also another really awesome dude, which I've actually had the pleasure of meeting in real life. And I've got a couple of new ones here as well. I'm going to do a quick shout out to as well. I've also got Olga MKC with her MetaKitties project that she does on OpenSea. You may have seen her on the X Spaces. Lovely lady, very talented artist. And if you feel inclined to do so, check out her collection on OpenSea. I've also got Miss Gecko, who also hosts the Reset with Dave, and also does a whole heap of other co-hosting and does the Web3 pages, I believe, as well over on X. Another amazing member of the community, and also just really lovely lady to chat with. Always a pleasure. And also a big shout out to Casual as well, who also does, like I said before, does all the AI art with the Funkos he's been dropping lately as well. So big shout out to him, and he's also been doing his own hosting in his own X Spaces as well. So get behind him. So if you have a chance to jump in one of his spaces, show him a bit of love and support as well. And again, another fantastic member of the community. Is always going around promoting others in the space as well. So big shout out to him. And of course, last but not least, Mr. Osmond Collect 63, which is myself. I do Relax and Read, which I do on my YouTube channel, which is Osmond Collect 63. And it also streams on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel as well, where I do live readings of the comic books that we have on VeVe. And the last one I did was Ultimate Spider-Man #1. So if you want to check that out over on YouTube, that's available there as well. And there will be another one dropping this coming Friday, but I haven't decided what to read yet. It could be Blade, it could be something else. I'm not sure. But yeah, and also just a quick reminder as well, guys. Oh, actually, I haven't said it yet, so it's not really a reminder. But just to let you know that I won't be able to host this next Sunday's space, just because me and the wife are going away for a long weekend. Just because it's the wife's birthday this coming weekend, so I'll be unavailable. But we'll see what we can do. We might just either have to do the space next week, or maybe someone might be able to jump in and host in my absence. But stay tuned for that one, because there will be notifications coming up for that.
Just shoot me a DM. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. But stay tuned for that in the X Spaces. So on that note, I'm going to say big thank you again to everyone for listening. Big thank you for everyone for speaking. This has been VeVe Weekends episode number 20, which is 20 episodes. Wow, still going. So yeah, big thank you to also to Josh as well for helping me co-host. And hopefully we'll see more of him in the coming future. And on that note, I'm going to say my goodbyes, because I've been waffling on way too long, as I normally do. So like I said, this has been VeVe Weekends episode 20. I've been your host, Osmond Collect 63. Thanks again for joining, listening, and tuning in. Have a good one, guys. Take care, and talk more soon.